Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Tonight we are going to be doing a flip through of our dark fairy tales. Ignore Nightbot, we're not doing a giveaway tonight. I just forgot to turn it off and I haven't had time. So just give me a second while I turn that off so that we don't have a whole bunch of people entering things that aren't there. So just give me a second. I just saw that and realized I forgot to turn that off. Oy. Nightbot's giving me work. All right. Okay. Turned off. So I did finish the Mad Hatter. If you haven't seen it on Instagram or Facebook, I did finish the Mad Hatter. So he is completed, and that ends our Monya March. Hello, Celine. Hello, Callie. Hello, Noelle. Hello, Yana. Hello, everybody. And that ends Monya March. Now we're going to do a flip through of Dark Fairy Tales. It is Kirby Roseanne's new book, and we're going to color in here a little bit. Hopefully I can find a page that isn't extremely overbearing. It is a very busy book, so it's not one that I'm going to color specifically on stream. I may start some pages, but I will finish them off stream. Thank you, Callie. And thank you, Celine. All right, let's just get to it. I'm going to move this way. Now I did color this page, and I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit here, just so that you can see the book. Oh, come on, stop being so fussy. There we go. So you can see each of the pages. All right. I did start some fire up here. It is a fairy tale book about different fairy tales and the light and dark sides of them. This, of course, is Rapunzel. And this is what happens when Rapunzel's hair goes crazy. The very, very busy pages. And I want that to be the full book. Oh, come on. Sure, we'll leave it like that. Hello, Bamboo Cat. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, yay. Yeah, you be careful with that, Yana. Then there's this one here. In the back of the book, of course, is a list of all of the fairy tales that are depicted in the book. I think this one would be really good for Mermaid. Same with this one. Have a good night, Bamboo. Oh my goodness, Yana. Hello, Dawn. There's so many, fairy tales that we grew up with as kids in their true nature is kind of scary sometimes. You listen to the words of them and you think of all of the outcomes that could be. And Kirby has done a very good job of making our lost childhood fairy tales into horror shows. Like the Three Little Pigs is, a little bit scarier than when I was a kid. Oh, of course not. The paper in this book is very nice. It's a nice thick paper, just like all of Kirby's books. So you'll probably be able to do watercolor in here quite nicely. Some of these I have to look up because some of them I don't know. This one here reminds me of the Nightingale, but I'm not sure if that's the actual story or not. This is Pandora's Box. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Aspie. Good day, good day. Pinocchio. And Geppetto is the puppet, and Pinocchio is the string master. This one is, oh, I'm trying to think of the name of it. The worst thing is I know what fairy tales they are, and then my brain just won't let me have the name. This is Sleeping Beauty. I think the other one's Sleeping Beauty too. When she's a baby. Well, that would be a feat to get to that castle, especially when your horse is melting. It's a little worrisome. And then, of course, our Cinderella at the ball. It's a little bit darker of the Cinderella than I'm used to, but it's definitely Cinderella. And the Wizard of Oz. More of the Wizard of Oz. And the witch and her flying monkeys. Sorry, it's slowly moving over, isn't it? And this, I do believe, is Aladdin. Gives whole meaning, a whole new meaning to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm just saying. They really didn't want her to have their porch. Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole with all the rabbits. The skulls around the hole are a little worrisome. More of Alice in Wonderland with the Mad Hatter and the Queen of Hearts. Rose red. This is also rose red. And this is the Pied Piper leading all the children. And the Nutcracker. It's definitely covering all the seasons. The Nutcracker. And the Mouse King. And this is Rumpelstiltskin. Not sure what this one is. Or this one. But it's definitely interesting. There is a lot in each of these pages. They're a very busy book, that's for sure. Not one you'll be able to use markers in a whole lot because they are double-sided. And the pages are extremely detailed, so getting into those small areas with markers might be difficult. Bonjour, Bleu. Mon petit lapin. Yeah, it'll be done by Christmas, huh? The Little Match Girl. This used to be one of my favorite stories as a child. It used to be. I'm not sure I like this depiction of it, but, you know, Puss in Boots. It's definitely a depiction of Puss that I didn't realize. Not the cute little kitty I was thinking of, but... And I love how he did this with the gingerbread house all nice and pretty up here. And then underneath you see the horror story of the gingerbread house and the witch's cottage. And then they're cooking the witch instead of the other way around. And Jack and the Beanstalk. And then all about the different fairy tales. Okay, so that one was Bluebeard. The Red Shoes is a German fairy tale. Peter Pan, that's what that one was. Okay. Interesting. And it just goes through and it tells you all about the different stories, where they came from, and the way they are depicted. So Snow White and Rose Red, Beauty and the Beast, the boy who had an eating match with the troll. Okay, that's what that one was. Of course, Little Match Girl. I got most of them right. Yeah, definitely. Hello, Tuco. So we're going to color one of these, and we're going to use the Derwent Pro Color, and we're going to see how well the paper does with the Pro Color. Just deciding which one I want to color. Because these are all 2-page spreads, so I don't think there is a single page spread in here. Maybe one. But I think they're all pretty much 2-page spreads. Before and afters, you know. Alright. There's a page I wanted to do, and I've just got to find it. There's several pages in here that I want to do, but one at a time, right? Yes, it is a very, very busy book. Yes, very much so, Blue. Very much so. They are very close to. If you've ever seen Kirby's sketchbooks, it's very much his sketch style instead of the polished um, individual picture type books. All right. Just trying to think of something that's going to take less brain power because I don't have enough of it anymore. I don't have as much brain power right now. All right. It's too Christmassy. So let's do this one. Okay, so we're going to do the horse and carriage. Zoom you in. All right. Now we have a rotting pumpkin, so let's start with that. I'm going to take autumn leaf first. They do. I haven't used them in quite some time. Okay. Okay, well those don't fit in there. I'm going to zoom you in. My Pro Colors don't fit in the electric sharpener, so I'll be sharpening them by crank sharpener, so hopefully this doesn't shake a whole lot. Oh yeah, it won't. Bob tacked my camera to the wall, so unless the wall shakes, I can sharpen and you guys aren't going to get all shaky. I've used Black Widow pencils in the Kirby books. I really like them. I like the way Black Widows lay down. They do require some layering. I haven't used these Pro Colors a whole lot, so I wanted to get some use in them. So I'm getting some of the color in here before I start making it darker for the rottingness of it. I want it to show a little bit of the orange. I know Cinderella's carriage was white, but this is after it's turned back into a pumpkin. So we're going to get some of that orange in there and decay from after the magic has dried up. And the carriage is starting to fall apart. Let me know if I need to adjust that at all. I think the light's wrong color here. So that's better. I had the light on too yellow, brown color, because I was not doing anything, but I needed the light to see what I was typing. Hello, Frederica. They're not as soft as Prismas, but they are soft. You will go through them if you are really heavy-handed, but not as quickly as Prismas, that's for sure. So the color I'm using is number 62 Autumn Leaf, which is a nice orangey brown, rusty brown color. Now I'm using the rusty brown because I want to put decay on this pumpkin. I don't want it to be a bright, healthy orange. I want it to have more of that decayed brown kind of color. Yes, the Pro colors only come in a 72 set. At least here anyway. I was going to do this with the Derwent drawing, which I can still do. I can add the Derwent drawing to it if I don't find the colors that I want, because they do have a lot of really good, healthy earth tones. I was thinking of doing Snow White and Rose Red, or this one on the other side here, but I'm really not feeling like doing a face right now, so we'll do the carriage instead. welcome. Nice. Thank you for following that. I appreciate it. I think the Matchbook Mouse is a fantastic book to practice in. The pages are nice and small, so they're easily accomplished, and they have enough detail that you get a lot of different shading and shadow effects, and it's a mouse. What can you go wrong with a cute little mouse or two? Okay. Well, even if you're a guy, cute little mouses are always easy to color. And it is good practice. Okay. I do believe that I do cover a little bit of materials like that, but I don't know if I covered a whole lot. I know that I do have a couple of videos in the Try It Tuesdays videos that cover the metallics and how to color them. I actually cheat quite a bit with metallics, so I use metallic pencils. I do add them to other pencils just to make them look more like what I want them to look, because a lot of golds are too brown, in my opinion. And the coppers aren't quite orange enough. So I'll add other colors to them, but I usually cheat and use my metallic pencils. Just make sure you don't color the bird. Birds aren't supposed to be orange. Just saying. As I was just about to color the bird orange. The one trick I have learned with metallic pencils is always put the metallic down first and then layer on top of it to build that color. Otherwise, the silver and the metallic will overtake whatever, silver or gold and the metallic will overtake whatever color you're using. Alright, so there's our beginning. And then we're going to go a little bit darker, so we're going to start using a Venetian red. Hello, Sue. Welcome, welcome. Now we're going to start adding a little bit of that brown, building that rot a little bit. And I must say these pencils don't like to layer too well on this paper. But we will work with it. Just means I have to change something up a little. Instead of building the color up like I normally do, I'm going to have to work on edges. I know a lot of people don't usually like the metallic pencils, but I do. Yeah, it feels a little bit smoother, in my opinion, but I would have to check his other book. But this feels really smooth to me. There's not a whole lot of tooth in the paper, which is surprising to me because I usually have too much tooth in his paper. That's why I was thinking these pencils would work well. Yeah. Yep. The Sucolor 180s, most of the 180 sets have a lot of metallics in it. One second, I'm going to grab the other, one of his other books, his last book, and okay, it's the same as Alien Worlds. I don't have Alien Worlds, so, and hello, Shannon. I don't have Alien Worlds, but I have. So Worlds Within Worlds. No, it feels about the same. Yeah, it feels about the same as Worlds Within Worlds and Fragile World. It just feels really smooth. Oh no, it's definitely smoother than Fragile World and World Within Worlds. They both have at least a little bit of texture on the fingers. I'm not sure. And, especially with books that are published by um, and printed by Amazon, depending upon where you purchase it from, can depend on the type of paper that is used. Hey Bee, welcome, welcome. No, no, it's not Crate Space. It is a higher quality than Crate Space. So no, no, definitely not Crate Space paper. However, different areas have different um, publishers and printers, so it may be different. I don't know. All I know is that right now I'm kind of regretting the pencil choice. It's snot paper. Yes. Thank you. I like the technical term snot paper. Thank you. I will choose that term because I can remember it better. No, I am determining that very much so, Shannon. Absolutely. I'm having a regret or two or three, but we will persevere. We will make it work. I hadn't used these in a while, so I figured, what the heck. I am severely regretting it though. Yeah, well, Yana, you're not supposed to be doing a whole lot of that stuff, just saying. Stop trying to kill yourself, my friend. We want you around for a little while. Thank you. Shannon, do you think the artist would work better in here? Ah, I am horrible with not changing my pencil even if I'm struggling with it. There's very seldom times that I will mix pencils, and it's just because I'm stubborn. They worked okay? Okay. I knew I should have chose that one instead. It was my first thought was to use them. Yes, I know, I know. The only one I heard is me and my pencils. Well, I might try switching it up a little bit. Maybe we'll try the drawing because they've got a really good amount of the colors that I want to use. So I don't know about greens, but what about the light fast? Oh, I'll be welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break from it. eh, yeah, no. Um, Prismas are not easy for me. I just don't find them easy. So many people find the Prismas really easy to use. I am not one of those people. I am getting better with them, but they're still not my favorite. Well, I'm glad that you have proven that you're a human being. Although some days I want to be a robot. Especially when I get rot gut. My tummy decides, oh yeah, by the way, I don't like you today. I want to be a robot. Just clear my cache and move on. Oh, yeah, she did. She was probably lurking. Shannon, you got all the puppies and the kitties off to bed? Fed, watered. Let's go a little darker. We're going to use Copper Beach. Oh, more of them. More tornadoes? Yeah, Celine don't do Facebook no more. Yep, that I do. It's just having time. So I've had to go another way. It'll bring out pretty much the same outcome, just a little bit lighter than I wanted. Because I can't build the color as much as I want to. Of course. Your attention is elsewhere, Mum. It should be on me at all times. Isn't that the way cats are? So my advice to anybody wanting to color in this book, do not use Derwent Pro Color. Not a good choice. From experience. My hand is starting to feel it. I think this is going to be a Derwent page because I think I'm going to be switching up here in a little bit to do the horses or something. I'll look up in just a second here. Yeah, I'm going to switch here in just a minute. I just want to get at least this color in. I do find that if I switch in mid-color, it doesn't look right, so. It's not like I use my hands every day to type. Going to work tomorrow. Nope, sorry, can't take claims today. I can't type. I don't think they'll believe me. Um, I think 7 or 8. They have 180 pencils altogether. Well, there's the Black Widows, the Scorpions, the Cobras, the Monarch, the Dragon, the light skin tone, the dark skin tone. I think I'm missing one. cobras, black widows, scorpions, dragons, monarchs. I feel like I'm missing one somewhere. You know lots of things. And I will say that if you're building a collection and you like to use softer pencils that you do have to smush, um, Black Widows might be something that you want to look into. They are not one of my favorites. I do enjoy using them on some pages, but they're not one of my go-tos. But lately I haven't had a whole lot of go-tos, so don't listen to me either. It all depends upon the paper and the book and what you're coloring. I love some of the really interesting colors that are in the Black Widows. Yeah, there is no duplications in their colors. Each set has their own colors. And like I said, there is a lot of different books that the Black Widows work in very nicely. So it all depends upon, your style of coloring, your paper, the way that you color, what you want to color, that sort of thing. All right, now we're going to take that autumn leaf. And we're going to go back over it. Put that orange back in some places. Polys are great. Prismas are okay. Actually, I'm getting better with Prismas, so I'm not as down on Prismas as I used to be. Still not one of my absolute favorites, but I am getting better with them. So I'm going to put this layer of the autumn leaf down, and then I'm going to take a darker, yeah, a lot of Prisma users end up smushing them, so I am learning how to layer them because I'm not great at smushing. I find that I put down too much pigment all at once and it doesn't look right to me. We're going to end up coloring just this darn yep, light layers, lots and lots of light layers. Um, a few. I have not counted pencil to pencil, but yeah, I think I have close to, let's see, around 10,000 individual pencils. But I'd have to go through and count them all to be certain. Yes, they will smush if they get too warm, that's for sure. So will black widows. I do find that I like using my black widows in the winter more than in the summer. Oh, okay, so we're gonna take a break from that. We're gonna actually grab a couple of these. And I want pale cedar first. Oh yeah, these go down much nicer. I knew I should have went with my first instinct. And then we want this one. Yes, it does. He does have the histories in the back of the book. And hello, butterflies. And then we're using olive earth. Oh yeah, that's better. Yep, definitely does give you inspiration, and it helps to understand what's going on in the picture, especially with Kirby's books because they are so busy. Having that backstory gives you a good idea of what way to color that. All right, and then um, this one, Crag Green. Well, good night, Dawn, if you fall asleep before I finish up. You didn't see me break that. No, no, I probably won't complete a lot of this book on stream because of the fact that it's really, really busy. And when I've got really, really busy pages like this, sometimes I do tend to zone out and they take a long, long time. So I will probably only do one stream, either starting a page or, a work in progress stream. But I'm not going to do um, the whole book or the whole page because it's a double page spread and it's going to take a long time. So just coming through and I'm just putting a little bit of darkness, green darkness in there so that we get that look of rot in the pumpkin. So that was the olive earth. And then we're going to come through in some of the lighter areas with that crag green. Yeah, definitely have to be in the mood for it. Um, or enjoy really dark depictions of fairy tales. I don't mind the dark fairy tale aspect of it. I actually think it's really cool that somebody has looked at the original meanings behind some of the fairy tales that we have gussied up and made pretty, um, and depicted them in their proper light. But definitely have to be in the mood for it. Sometimes I just want Cinderella to be pretty, okay? And if you want to watch anybody color gory things into absolutely beautiful, pretty things, watch Shannon do that because Shannon is awesome at doing that. She can gussy up anything and make it gorgeous and make gory look cute and everything. So, yes, exactly. They are called the Grimm brothers for a reason, and not just because it's their name. Yes, Shannon is Shani Blue. If you type in exclamation point Shannon in the chat, you'll get Shannon's YouTube channel. Shannon, are you going to be coloring much of this book on stream or leave it to the quiet time or any at all? It's not an absolutely horrible book. I like the meaning behind it and the artistry behind it. There are just some days that I really want my fairy tales to be sweet and loving and cute and adorable. It's all the rage right now, yeah. Yeah, Shannon's awesome. I know you don't follow the trendies, but somebody asked, so I do what I can to let and I was gifted this book, so I'm of course letting the person know that gifted it to me. Thank you. And I did get to it, I promise. And I didn't know I had it until, like 3 days after it arrived, because it was placed on the boot bench, and I don't use the boot bench. There's too much stuff on it. Everything gets hidden. Now that the kids are gone, I should clean that off. And All right, so there we have our carriage. So that's how that carriage is going to look after I get into there. I am enjoying the drawing much better on the paper. Oh yeah, Karen is so bright. And Karen's fantastic. If you want to see that bright cheer coloring, absolutely Karen's perfect for it. All right, now we're going to take this one. So we're going to take Green Shadow. And we're going to zoom this over a little bit because I can't move it anymore. So we're going to do that instead. Yeah, R.J. Hampson has a really intricate mind too. I like R.J.'s books too. He has a new book that is just come out, R.J. It's on my wish list. um, a pigmented one. I do believe just by the feel of them, they're a waxier core. I think most of Derwent's pencils are more of the wax based. There are a couple that are oil based, but these feel very soft. I'm not sure. Shannon would know more than I do. She uses the Derwent um, Pro artist pencils more than I do. I have looked and I have researched it, but I am tired and my brain has stopped working, so. Yeah, I like that too, Yana. Yeah, they do have a thick core, absolutely, but you can sharpen it to a finer point too, so. All right. Yeah, something like that. 4.5 or 5. Now we're going to take a little bit of Ruby Earth. Yes, RJ has a YouTube channel. He also does it a lot on his Instagram. So if you have him on Instagram, he posts a lot of his videos as he's coloring and drawing on his Instagram as well. All right, we're gonna just put a little bit of blood on the edge of the flesh here, where those gashes look like they are. Just because I want it to look a little bit like they're decaying. So as you can see where the skull is, it's already decayed all the flesh off of it. I used a green tone for the shadow color, and I'm using a brown red tone. So this is Ruby Earth, and it gives that a little bit of the blood color, but it also gives that dried blood color, that look of. All right. Okay. Then we're going to use this one. Thank you, Shannon. And then we're going to use cool gray. Good night, Frederica. Lots of different sets have neons in them. I know that I do believe it's Brute Funer has an entire neon pastel set. And they're pretty good. I think Color has one as well. To come back through and add the green gray to his tail. Her tail, its tail. I've got hair back here. And I'll come back through with a darker gray and finish that off too, because that's in the shadow. Yep, just enjoy it. You don't need to stress with it. Just do what you got, what you enjoy and enjoy it. I do like some of the colors. I'm not fond of the black barrel ones, but I have seen many people do absolutely gorgeous things with them. But they are a good pencil. Alright, now we're just going to take a darker color here. We're going to take ivory black. And we're going to come back through with that green. This one. For the tail. Yep. Yeah, if you have a specific artist grade one that you really want, definitely save for those. But I'm not going to deter you from buying the pencils because I want all the pencils, so because I love pencils. Coming in with that black on the skull and the shadows and the contours. Hurry back. Then we're going to come back through with that gray. And then we're going to take the white. We're going to take some white through here. Just to lighten up certain areas. And a little bit more of that gray. Like so. And that's the horses. We'll be doing that all across. Now we're going to take that. We're going to take some brown ochre. And this is just going to be the base color. Alright, and then we want this one. Olive earth. Alright, and then what's this one? No, we're going to take a bit of chocolate. Yeah, it's the only chocolate I can have nowadays. The other stuff has too much sugar. Even the sugar-free stuff seems to be upsetting my tummy, so time to lay off on the snacks. Right. Okay, well, as long as you eat enough for the both of us, then I'm good. Now I'm going back over it again with the brown ochre. I have to remind myself that I want this to be dark. And not be concerned about whether or not there's bright color. Because I don't need bright color. I want it to be dark. Alright. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Yeah, best not to get a migraine. I had one of those last week. It sucked. One 2 day migraine in this year is more than enough. Definitely will say if you're going to use a Derwent product in here. So far the drawings are working beautifully. Way better than the Pro Color were. Just saying. Yeah, not fun at all. Did not like it. Would not recommend. Welcome back, Sue. Woohoo! Nice. Alright, and then the chocolate. So that second one was olive earth. This one is chocolate. Get all those shadowy areas. Okay. Now we're coming back through with brown ochre. Alright. Then we want a little bit more of this one. What? What did I do? I didn't do it with me. I don't know, Shannon, what do you think? 110 would be a little heavy. Probably an 85. I don't think it says anywhere on his books what the weight is of the book, of the paper. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Just by the Nina paper, it's slick? Yeah. Yeah, Nina's pretty slick. Alright. Now we're going to come down. I'm going to move it down. Now we're going to spend the last 10 minutes doing some of the florals. I'll go this way. So we've got all of this greenery here, but I don't want it to be green. So we're going to start with, I think it's this one. Yeah, we're going to start with olive earth. There's a pumpkin, there's a pumpkin. Alright, and then we're going to come in with yes, he does have digital downloads. Now we're using Crag Green. And then wow, that's a really good price there, Callie. And then we're going to use pale cedar. Nobody saw that. And this one is underneath, so it's going to be a lot darker. So we're not going to use the pale cedar on it. Just going to use the Crag Green. Like so. Ah, Sue, Sue, Sue. We know where you're going. All right, now we're going to use this one here. And we're going to start the ripening of these pumpkins. So we're starting off with sanguine. Yes, but how many of them are in the cart waiting to be purchased, Sue? Although I can't say anything. I like to fill my cart with things I can't buy. And then I empty it all. Or I think I want and then I talk myself out of. Ah, just window shopping, huh? Uh-huh. I'm on a computer, so it would still be classified as window shopping. All right, now we're going to take just a little tiny bit of terracotta. Nice. Were they better prices on Book Outlet than on Amazon for the pre-order? For the Christine Carlins pre-order? And then some crag green. Oh yes, you will learn that we are all a bunch of enablers. We will find the deals and tell you about them. Oh, you pre-ordered from Amazon? Okay. That's awesome. All right, so we are coming to the end of today. It is getting late. So I will finish this off later. I'm going to zoom this out here in just a second after I finish this part of the pumpkin. So you can see how it's looking so far. I will probably continue this on my own and on Discord for Thursday night. Color and chat for the Discord members. Where we just hang out and chat and do whatever we're doing. It's very informal, not lesson, just coloring and hanging out. Okay. And zoom that out. So there we are so far. I will, of course, continue and finish it up as I go, and hopefully it will be done before the end of the year. All right, guys, thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy. I will say in this book, the Derwent drawing did much better than the Pro Color. So, yeah, keep an eye on which pencils you use in this book. It is very, very slick paper. So, you will want something that does blend very nicely together and can build that color because make sure it's not too hard. If the pencils are too hard, you're not going to be able to get enough pigment on the page. All right, guys, with that, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.